In 2015, Caitlin returned to DVR to ask for help in making a plan.
Hi, come on in, Caitlin.
Thanks.
Come on in and have a seat. So what brings you here today?
Well, I came to voc rehab about 5 years ago, and it really didn't work out for me at the time. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was pretty set on college, and I actually tried out going to college, but I got a little bit into just having fun, and I really didn't have good enough grades to go on. So I would really just like at this point help finding a job.
If you feel you may need DVR services again, you may come back to discuss your case.
Caitlin, so can you tell me what happened when you were in college before?
Yeah, so when I was going to college in the past, VR was paying for it at the time, but I really wasn't following through. I think I was supposed to contact my counselor like once a month or something like that, and honestly I wasn't. I was having a lot of fun there, which probably resulted in me failing my classes.
DVR can assist with some college funding, but you must maintain passing grades and keep in touch with your DVR counselor.
You probably know that to be eligible for DVR you have to have a disability. Can you tell me about that? Do you have a disability?
Yeah, I do have some hearing loss, and I actually do have hearing aids. I have hearing aids in right now, which are helping. But I did bring my documentation if you want some of that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, this should be all of it.
Okay, great. Thank you. I see you've seen an audiologist and a doctor, and
Yeah.
these are all recent. Thank you.
Yeah, they're about a year old. Is that okay?
Yes, that really helps speed the process along. We'll review this closely. We may send you for some additional testing if there's any pieces that are missing.
This time, Caitlin knew how to talk about her disability and came prepared.
Have you thought about what you might like to do?
I started to look into the medical field. It's always been an interest of mine, and I started to look into a couple different things. Being a CNA, maybe a phlebotomist, because I like that those are more short-term. I think that would work out a lot better for me than long-term, going to college. I would just like to get some training and get a job. My friends have jobs and I don't have any money. I can't even go to the movies with them.
But maybe would you be interested in just trying the jobs out by doing what's called like a work experience, where we can put you there and you can see what the job's like for a couple weeks, and we can try a CNA, and we can try a phlebotomist, or we can try some different things, and then we can kind of go from there in terms of picking the actual job goal.
That would be fine.
Wow! Caitlin has a much better idea about her job interests. The DVR counselor asks Caitlin about her accommodations.
Have you thought about any accommodations that you may need for training or on the job?
Well, some like speech to text might help me, because I can hear well enough usually to, communicate, but I think that would be beneficial just to help me make sure I'm getting all my notes and everything in the classroom. But do I need to pay for that?
So on the job and the accommodations, we can work and we can pay with those if they're necessary for that job. So we would look at the job. If they did classroom training, like for a CNA, we could arrange to have that captioned, or you to be able to receive written material, or help if you needed a note taker. So we would really want to kind of customize that to your situation and what you would need, and then Voc Rehab can pay for those services, and we would work together to figure that out.
Okay.
This time, Caitlin knows how to talk about her accommodations.
All right, Caitlin, so we may end up, if after I look through your documentation, we may need to get some additional testing on you to see if there's been any changes in your hearing in the last year.
Yeah, and so is that something I'm going to have to pay for?
Voc Rehab can pay for any assessments that may need to be done. If you have insurance, we may look at that, but that's something that we can pay for, and we'll set up and arrange.
Okay.
It will be really important when we make those appointments that you show up for them.
Of course, yeah.
And let us know otherwise.
Okay.
DVR can help with additional assessments to support training or employment.
Caitlin, do you have any questions about the VR process?
Well, so once I understand you help me get a job, but then once I get a job, you know, and I'm doing well in the job, what happens then?
First of all, we'll be very happy for you. That's our goal, is so you can be successful on the job. We would look at closing your file, but that's okay. If you have problems after that, you can always come back and reapply. Our goal, hopefully, is to help build the supports you need with your employers and your coworkers so that you can do well on that job. But going forward in the future, you always have the right to come back and apply to DVR again.
DVR wants you to be successfully employed, but you are welcome to come back again at any time to reapply. The end. Thank you for watching.